As you know, on March 14th, we will be holding an anti-gun violence in schools march. Anyone who would like to attend, please exit through the doors by Miss Colabella's room at 9:45 after you hear the announcement. Anybody who does not wish to attend, please go directly to the cafeteria. State police will be on scene, and an appropriate school dress and conduct are required. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be asking Mr. Lance about questions you have on the walkout on Wednesday. Hi, Mr. Lance.
Hi.
So the first question is, what is this march on Wednesday actually going to be supporting? Is it gun control, gun laws, or is it just violence in the schools?
From my perspective, I think what we're trying to do here is make gun violence more, make alternatives to gun violence more visible than having people turn to violence when they have an issue. I mean, I think that's what it is from my perspective. As far as gun control is concerned, I think, do we need to have more awareness? Again, I think we have so many firearms in our country right now that, most of the time they're not used for bad uses. There's a good portion, sometimes they are used for bad uses, and unfortunately, lately, with the fact that schools are being targeted, people can't protect themselves at school, so it has catastrophic results. But I think, for the most part, it's not the firearms, it's how people are handling personal issues. That's why we're walking out.
You're a gun owner, right?
Correct.
Okay, as a gun owner, do you think this march is in any way offensive to you? Is there any reason or act you feel the school is doing in trying to support this march that you find offending as a gun owner?
I think, again, as long as the premise is that we're trying to prevent violence with firearms, I'm okay with that. If it's to limit a person's ability to use a firearm or have a firearm, I have some issue with that because I'm a firm supporter of the Second Amendment as it is written. Does that mean that maybe certain individuals should be required to have more training and or more background checks when they go to purchase a firearm? Absolutely. But that doesn't, I don't think that from my perspective, and I think from the school's perspective, we're trying to, make the issue of how we react to problems the focus of it versus, trying to take away somebody's guns.
As a student or a teacher, why do you think students and staff should be encouraged to attend the march on Wednesday?
Well, it's just going to draw more visibility to our school that's saying we're being proactive about this versus reactionary, which I think is a bad thing. I think, we're in a rural area here. The majority of the people that live in this area are gun owners or hunters or, use firearms for recreational purposes. So I think that we're in a unique position versus a lot of other areas in New Jersey where, firearms ownership has negative connotations, like in urban areas where people use firearms for crime versus out here where firearms are very rarely ever used for crime. So I think that we just need to be, again, more cognizant of where we are here and how we use firearms, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. We just want to make sure that we have, our students know that that's not the answer when they have a problem.
And why do you think our school is getting involved in such an issue even though it doesn't directly involve us?
Well, I think it does directly involve us because, again, we are a school. We have, we have students in here, and we have different, a bunch of students from all over the county. So we're not just like one homogeneous little thing. We are, we're fairly diverse. And people, again, we don't know how people have been brought up in other districts and things like that and how they're going to react to problems. So I think we just need to make it aware that, we want to find solutions to students' problems before they turn to violence as their, way to handle it. So.
Well, thank you very much. If you have any more questions about the march occurring on Wednesday, please see a peer-to-peer mentor or Ms. Sarte.
Columbine.
Virginia Tech.
Tucson.
Aurora.
Fort Hood.
Oak Creek.
Newtown.
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 How many more? How many more? How many more colleges? How many more classrooms?
How many more movie theaters?
How many more houses of faith?
How many more shopping malls?
How many more street corners?
How many more?
How many more?
Enough.
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 Demand a plan.
Right now. As a mom.
As a dad. As a friend. As a husband.
As a wife.
As an American.
As an American.
As an American.
As a human being.
For the children of Sandy Hook.
Demand a plan. No more lists of names. It's not too soon.
It's too late.
Now is the time.
Before we all know someone who loved someone on that list.
No more lists.
No more.
Who they might have been. No more.
If we had just done something yesterday. It's time.
We can do better than this.
We can do better than this.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time for our leaders to act.
Demand a plan. Right now.
Right now.
You! Demand it!
Enough.
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 Enough.